up, everybody? It's the Palm Harbor Dad. Today I'm here at Cage Brewing Company. I've got the owner, Tucker, and the brewmaster, right?
Yep.
Brewmaster, Eric. They were nice enough to let me in and pour me some beer, show me their operation, and we're going to share some beers. And Eric is very knowledgeable on the brewing side, and of course Tucker is very knowledgeable on the business side. So they're kind of tag teaming this one, which is not abnormal. So
okay.
Without further ado, I'll start with, if you can tell me what inspired you to start brewing and what led to Cage Brewing, basically your origin story, if you could kind of fill me in on that.
Okay, well there's two parts. We're going to start with the origin of Cage Brewing first, which started with Eric here.
Nice.
And the previous owner of Cage Brewing. They worked at a restaurant out on the beach called R Bar.
Okay.
And Eric was one of the cooks there. He was also a home brewer, and eventually he brought his home brewing into the restaurant because they had much better equipment there for him to use. But in order to keep everyone safe in the kitchen, they created a cage around the brewing equipment so that people didn't get burned.
Okay.
Which happened to Eric. So when he was brewing, he had to be inside the cage, which was a chain link fence inside the building, while everyone else was on the outside of the cage.
Wow, okay.
And then 10 years ago, they brought the operation here to our current location and called it Cage Brewing because of that.
I love that. It's a nifty little origin story.
Yeah. Until about 3 years ago, May 3rd, 2023.
Almost exactly 3 years.
Almost exactly 3 years ago, my current business partner and I, Christian Walker, we've been playing in a band called Dead Set Florida. It's a Grateful Dead tribute band. This is also our 10-year anniversary.
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
Thank you. And Cage Brewing was one of the first venues that we played at. It also became our home base over those 7 or so years, and we would play here about once a month. We love the crowd here. We love the atmosphere. We love the family feeling here. And we love your mission here at Cage Brewing. So we became friends with the owner, and we dropped a little earworm for him to say, hey, if you ever think about selling this place, we are very interested. We love this place, and we would love to make our dreams come true and take it over and turn it into what it is today.
Nice.
So we made it much more family friendly. This was all dirt before. This was all a dirt lot. So one of the first things we did when we took over was we put this beautiful turf down so that the kids could come and play with all their toys, and families could come and have picnics, and it became much more family friendly.
I love that.
We also added the restaurant to the brewery.
Yeah.
And, did a lot of upgrades. We put all this beautiful art on the walls.
Yeah, the artwork is amazing.
We love it, yeah. It really feels like our theme and our style. And a lot of sculptures on the roofs. There's a big Kraken sculpture inside the building, another one on the roof over there. And we made it our vision.
I love that. So stepped in, made some tweaks, and now it's Cage Brewing how you want it, and more family friendly.
Absolutely.
As a Palm Harbor dad, obviously I love hearing that. So
well, as a parent, you know how hard it is to find places to take your kids, especially after that 4:30, 5 p.m. I don't know what the problem is, but a lot of these places close at 4 and 5, and I get home from work and I'm like, oh, what am I going to do with the kids? So having a place like Cage that's open till 11 p.m., 12 a.m., really opens up opportunities for parents to bring their kids here and enjoy themselves. We have constant entertainment, always a great vibe and atmosphere. So
that's important.
A great place for kids to come and hang out.
Kids, family, and you got great beers. So without further ado, let's get into beer number 1, shall we?
All right, let's start with our flagship beer. This is Mango Bob.
Mango Bob, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's nice. I could chug that.
Yeah. Mango
it's
Bob.
dangerous.
Right.
And this is IPA, right?
It is, yeah.
It's
It's a mango IPA.
Yeah, Eric, tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, so what this is a treatment of an IPA. Our main IPA is static IPA, and this is just taking that and then adding a mango juice to it.
Yeah, you really get that the fruit on the front end, the hoppiness on the back end. It's quite a nice mix.
Yep, and then the sweetness from the mango juice kind of like makes the bitterness a little bit less.
Softens the blow. Because I'm not a huge IPA guy, but I could drink this all day long. I mean, this is
we get a lot of people that don't really drink IPAs all the time that are like, yeah, this is my favorite beer.
Yeah,
So,
I'm turning the corner on these IPAs. I used to be like strictly no IPAs, but throughout this series, I mean, my palate's definitely expanding, so to speak. So when you first got into beer drinking, what was your go-to beer? And now, what's your go-to beer? Have your tastes evolved? Tucker, you can go ahead and get started with that one.
well, when I first started drinking beer in my late teens, I did it the European way. I loved Guinness, and I loved Fat Tire because I went to college out in Colorado, and out in Colorado, Fat Tire was huge. You can get it really anywhere else. So Fat Tire and Guinness were my go-to beers. I thought that drinking dark beer like Guinness was kind of like a rite of passage. Like, it made you tougher to drink dark beers. So we would chug Guinness.
I'm no stranger to chugging Guinness. It's actually easier to chug because there's you don't have the carbonation with the nitrogen in there. Believe it or not.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then where are you at now for your tastes?
I like a wheat beer. Lately, I've been having Eric brew more wheat beers,
I like wheat beers.
Because the flavor is really good. They're light and they go down really easy. And then you can add a lot of different flavors to them and they still taste good.
Yeah.
So a good wheat beer.
I'm with you on the wheat beers. I like wheat beers a lot too. Eric, what do you got for me?
I think I first started out, I liked Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, and then I tried Sierra Nevada Porter, and for dark beers, I was like, I really like this. And that was actually like an inspiration to brew too. The first things I ever brewed was like a clone recipe of those two beers.
Nice.
So.
And where are you at now with your tastes?
I started graduating, I started liking IPAs a lot, probably, like 2007 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But then I started really liking really obscure things like low alcohol pale ales.
Okay.
Kind of like an all day IPA
Yeah.
or something like that, or like a 4.5% beer because you still get the hop flavor, but it's not like 7% alcohol.
Right. You get the taste without the dizziness, so to speak.
Yeah. And also, I'm with him. Me and him are on the same page. We like something like Leinenkugel Sunset Weed.
Oh,
or
I
something
love
like
that.
Like wheat beers with like orange peel in them or something like that. It's just really good.
Yeah, I agree. And a good drink for Florida too, because it's mostly hot here.
Absolutely.
So refreshing. To beer number 2. So what do we got?
Beer number 2 is our flagship lager. This is CBR.
CBR. What's that stand for?
Well,
Cheers.
So it's CBR, and the idea was there was, all the hipsters like to drink PBR. So we wanted to do something that was like that. So it's Cage Blue Ribbon Lager.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, because I remember PBR got so popular, 15 years ago? It was like a way for the hipsters to rebel, in a way.
Yeah, Pibbers and...
This is good. This is really good.
Yeah.
I could probably drink 12 of these if I wanted to. Those days are kind of past me.
Goal,
but
right?
Yeah, and when we first came into this, a lot of my friends would say, hey, they would drink like Bud Light or PBR, and they'd be like, I like the idea of breweries, but how come they don't ever have something I can drink?
Yeah.
So that was the idea behind that.
if someone comes in and they are not a craft beer person, right? They're used to drinking Bud Light or Coors Light. I'll ask this to you both. You kind of already answered it. What direction do you point them in? Do you go with this CBR, or do you maybe go something a little more full-bodied that can maybe expand their palate, and then maybe you'll have more of a craft beer person on your hands? Eric, I'll let you start it.
Yeah, I think there are, I would call them like gateway beers, the CBR be basically like a plain lawnmower beer, but then you could take them like one step higher, maybe like the Amber Ale here, which it's a little bit more flavor, but it's not too much, just like scare them away.
Right. No, I agree with you. What do you think, Tucker?
We also have a delicious Kolsch on tap,
Nice.
and that Kolsch is, it's not really harsh, and it's flavorful and goes down really quickly. So a good Kolsch would be good too for a beginner drinker.
Yeah, I like that. And then maybe they'll work their way up once they get into the Kolsch's, and that's the idea, right? We want them coming back, right?
Yeah.
All right. And now we've got. I'm a big fan of porter, so I think that's next on the list, right? Your porter.
This is our pinball porter, named after our pinball machines that we have inside the beer that have been here since the opening of Cage Brewing.
Do those get a lot of usage?
They do, all the time.
Bet.
Yeah, and we rotate them out all the time. So, if a new movie comes out and they have a pinball machine, we try to get something new, like I know Deadpool's not a new movie, but we'll get those movie themed pinball machines in here a lot too.
Awesome.
And the rock and roll themed ones too, because we are a rock and roll venue.
Like that.
Yeah.
So a little bit of your theme, a little bit of what's trendy right now. Put that in the pinball machines, right?
Absolutely.
All right, it's your expression. All right, let's get this porter going.
Here we go.
Yes. I think a porter, this is like textbook porter.
Yep.
It's got that flavor profile, but it's not bitter. This is, again, I could polish 10 of these off pretty easy.
Yeah, the style is called robust porter, so it's going to be like around 6%, and it's like a step up. You have like a brown ale, then you would have porter, then above that would be stout. So it's like an in-between, good, well-rounded dark beer.
Okay, all right. See, he's dropping the knowledge. I appreciate that, because I don't know the differences really, but I know that they're kind of in the same family.
Yep.
We also do a lot of treatments with our porters and our stouts. We'll add chocolate to it, or peanut butter, or coffee.
Yes.
And we'll do peanut butter and chocolate too, or
that's a great
coffee and chocolate.
Yeah.
So a lot of different treatment options that we can do with the porter.
I love that. As a chocolate fan and a coffee fan, you can never go wrong with chocolate or coffee. So I'm with you on that. What advice would you give to someone in 2026 looking to start a brewery from scratch? Is there advice you could lend to maybe they could avoid some landmines along the way, maybe some mistakes you made that you look back and you maybe wish you wouldn't have? What advice could you give to someone looking to start in 26?
I don't want to be a pessimist, but I know the climate for breweries is not the greatest right now. So what my business partner Christian and I talk about a lot is having the 3 strands. He says a rope of 3 strands will never break. So what that means is our motto here is beer, music, pizza. We have beer. We have a great brewer and a great brewery and a great selection of beer, but we also have amazing music, at least 5 nights a week.
Yeah.
And we have pizza. We have our pizza restaurant now. So you really need more than just the beer to keep people around and keep people coming back.
Yeah.
While there are a lot of beer drinkers out there, a lot of people come here because of the food and the entertainment.
Yeah, and the family-friendly atmosphere too, right?
Absolutely.
I like your answer to that, and that's so important because it's not 2014 anymore where the land is so saturated with breweries now. You better be able to offer something like you're talking about to stand out, or who's going to go to your hole in the wall that's just serving great beer? You need something more than just great beer.
Yeah, and not just those other elements, but also other types of beverages. We offer kombucha on tap. We brew our own NA beer. There's a lot of people right now that aren't drinking alcohol, so having a non-alcoholic beer on tap,
it's important.
I think we're one of the only breweries in St. Pete that brews our own non-alcoholic beer and has it on tap all the time. And then you have different NA beers. You can do an IPA, you can do a lager, you can do a sour, so you can do all sorts of NA options too.
Yeah.
Seltzer too.
Seltzer, we do hard seltzers, we do hard colas.
Oh, nice.
So it's really about having a good variety.
I think that is important too, because my wife doesn't really like beer, maybe once in a while, but I'll recommend a place, she's like, all they have is beer. And I'm like, you're right. And we don't go there. So I think you're unlocking something that's very important. You got to have some variety. And with the seltzer explosion we saw, I think it's important. It seems like you guys do a good job of kind of staying up with the trends and making sure you still get new customers and not just the old ones that have been here, because they're going to keep coming.
Yeah, you really alienate a lot of people by only having beer. And our goal is to eventually get a 4-cop license and be able to sell liquor as well. Until we do that, we have a lot of other options. You know, we have the hard ciders, we have the White Claws, and the different seltzer options.
I would say basically just jumping off what he said, just try to cover the entire spectrum. Think about every alcoholic beverage anybody drinks. If you're legally allowed to brew it, learn how to brew it. Learn how to brew a seltzer. Learn how to brew an NA beer. The information's out there. You just gotta, research
do it. You gotta do it, right?
Yeah. So just variety.
Yeah, I like that. It's a really good idea.
This is the Octopus Amber.
Octopus Amber. All right.
Yeah, and this one is like kind of what I was saying. You have brown ale, porter, and then stout, but right underneath brown ale would be amber ale.
Amber. All right. Let's cheers.
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 He's chugging like he used to.
I think I can see why. I think this one's my favorite. Like, they're all good, but if I came here, when I come here,
Exactly.
I would order this to start with. And I
Yeah.
like the name. Where did the name come from? Is that just any idea?
The octopus or kraken is kind of our mascot. You can see there's an octopus over there.
Yep.
There's an octopus on the roof.
Yep.
There's an octopus inside the bar. But being where we are in Florida, the octopus is such a unique animal.
Yeah.
I used to own a scuba diving shop, and we would take people diving out in the Gulf of Mexico. And anytime you see an octopus, it's a good day. Like, that's the highlight of the trip. If you're diving and you see an octopus, people just stay around and watch them because they're such incredible creatures.
Yeah.
They're smart. They make really weird movements.
Yeah.
They're just beautiful creatures.
And I've seen like videos of them like squeezing through like a crack like that size too. That's pretty
Right.
cool too.
Or getting in a bottle and then closing the cap on the bottle from the inside. Yeah, it's
Right.
crazy what they can do.
That's amazing. Well, the Octopus Amber, that's one I have to remember for next time I'm around for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So what are you most excited about for the future in Cage Brewing?
Oh, wow. There's a lot I'm excited about. One, I got into this because I'm a musician and I'd always dreamed about owning a music venue one day. So I'm really excited about having the capacity to get larger entertainment acts here, bigger music acts, more name acts. I'm really into the classic rock and the hippie music. So there's a lot of Grateful Dead stuff here, but maybe getting some of those members of the Grateful Dead history and getting them to play here, because we can fit a lot of people
I was
at
gonna
this
say,
venue here. So we could get some of those big name acts here eventually.
Yeah. Everybody be bouncing around the room, right?
Yeah, we have a lot of fish here too. A lot of fish music here too. But in addition, we're also building a commercial kitchen over there.
I saw you had something going on over there. I wanted to ask about that.
Our pizza restaurant, as soon as that's finished being built, is going to move into that commercial kitchen.
Okay.
We're going to have service windows on the front of it. We're also going to have servers who are going to give you table service as well. But it's just going to be so much more efficient being inside that beautiful new 500 square foot kitchen over there. We're taking our wood-fired brick oven and placing it into the wall of the kitchen.
Nice.
So the inside is going to have the opening to the oven, but the back side of the oven is still going to be sticking out the back. So when you walk in here, you'll be able to see the back side of that beautiful oven right over there. And finally, we're also going to be opening a cafe and gelato shop on the other side of our bar over there.
Talk about variety, huh?
Exactly, yeah. It's going to be a one-stop shop. But also, after the kids have been playing out in the heat for a while, they're going to want some gelato.
Yeah.
And then we'll be able to open up earlier in the day, because nobody wants to come in and drink beer at, 10:30 in the morning.
Or noon on a Monday.
Or noon on a Monday.
I'm working right now.
But they will come in and try out some of our, Italian espressos and different types of coffees that we'll offer too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're really speaking all my languages. 'Cause I'm a coffee fanatic. I love gelato, but obviously the beer. I mean, you guys are firing on all cylinders, and it seems like you're getting ready to get to that inflection point where you're gonna have everything, and looks like things are looking exciting for you in the future. Eric, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I'm excited to hear what Eric's excited about.
Well, I mean, I'm obviously excited about the restaurant and just seeing it just flourish with all the different things that you could do here. But personally, for me, when they put that coffee shop in there, when I get here at 8 in the morning, I'm gonna go right there.
Heck yeah.
And that's what I'm excited about.
Absolutely. I would do the same thing, and I would probably go back 3 or 4 times.
We're all going to be a little more high energy during the day. when
Yeah.
that opens.
More productive, right?
And another thing too, Christian, the owner, is actually a certified chef, so his pizzas and food is really, really good. You know, wood-fired pizza.
I was gonna say, you say wood fire brick oven, like sign me up. You know, that's kind of like, again, all this stuff is right up my alley, so I definitely will be coming back with my family.
I was a
for sure.
Chicago pizza guy before, we opened up this pizza kitchen. Now I love his style.
Right.
It's not Neapolitan. I think I forgot what style he calls it, but it's a thin crust and a little bit of char on it, because it's being cooked in a very hot 700-degree oven.
Yes.
But it's a beautiful pizza, and you definitely have to try it out.
really good.
Yeah, I love a good char on the pizza. I mean, I'm a big texture guy, so like to have that crispiness on the crust, but still like be light and fluffy, that's the way to go for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm out of questions. We're out of beers. You guys have anything else you want to add for closing thoughts?
I don't think so. No?
Yeah, come in and check it out.
Oh, I will definitely take you up on that. And so you guys got to come in. You got to see Christian. You got to see Tucker. You got to see Eric. They run Cage Brewing here in St. Pete. They've got already some amazing pizza. They've got amazing beers. But in the near future, they're going to have gelato, and the whole restaurant's going to be open. So you got to come see them. Tell them the Palm Harbor Dad sent you. And this has been Flight Founders.